Test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. All right, sweet. It's giving me a red signal. Okay, it's green. So now, okay, wait. Okay. Okay, this should come up soon. All right, stream resumed, and we're gonna minimize, and we're gonna press OK, and we're gonna open up the team viewer. And
Mitch, are we live right now when you're saying all this?
No.
But why did it say it's streaming?
Well, okay, to YouTube.
Oh, so people on YouTube could be hearing us right now.
Yes. Nobody's on YouTube. All right, live stream.
I apologize for someone who is on YouTube because we are live here at Avondale High School. So,
Okay, well, we are pretty much
give
officially
me a
started.
countdown, Mitch.
Give me like 2 seconds here. Give me like a half a second. Give me like 0.25 seconds. Just to make sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fantabulous Mitchell Payne.
And we're going to go to commands, which starts with a C. We're going to go to command.
Is it stalling right now?
And we're going to go to C.
Is it frozen?
No. Oh, okay. Take VCS Network. This to go live. Gonna hit manual. And then play. And we're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Avondale High School. We are live at the softball field here today. I'm Steven Sawyers, and I am accompanied to my left by Mitchell Payne.
Hello.
And today's roster, we have Brooke Blanchette, number 19, Emily Browery, number 8, Elise Carbone, number 2, Amanda Seglars, number 6, Alexis Kristoff, 24, Sarah Dennis, 38, Allison Drabeck, number 5, Toya Golden, 22, Jordan Lockhart, 12, Megan Pasowski, 14, and Kirsten Pepsack, 23, along with Brooke Sawyers, number 25. And that will round out Avondale Yellow Jackets here. Okay, for your Falcons, we have Kiera Shaw, Rose Myers, Emily Morrow, Ann Cloutier, Erin Glatcher, Kiera Shaw, Tori Wendt, Carolyn Kelly, Megan Nakonsny, Tori Hawkins, Jenna Norgrove, Harper Monica, Grace Peterson, Katie Troy, and me, Hosano. Well, right now the score is 1-0. The guest, which would be the Falcons. They have one girl on second here. Pitching today is Sarah Dennis, along with Allison Drabeck in outfield, along with Brooke Blanchette and Brooke Blanchette. I'm sorry. I'm just all messed up, ladies and gentlemen. We have Sarah Dennis pitching, and here she is. Well, Mitch, what do you think of today's game?
Well, I mean, you know, we got ready for this. I've been pretty excited. This has been definitely a fun time getting set up here in the Grand Outdoors, just first of all to say. But I am excited for this game. I think it's going to be a good one. That was pretty cool. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Well, ladies and gentlemen who can't see that we're not, they're just listening in right now. We have a foul ball that was hit right in front of us, that hit the fence right in front of our post right here.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that should make it interesting. Oh, well, here we go. Sarah Dennis is ready for her next pitch. The ball is released. And the runner is looking like she's going to steal, but she will run back to second base. Well, here we are again at Avondale High School. You're listening to 89.5 WAHS Auburn Hills. Up, and there's the hit. And she is thrown it at first. The second baseman will run to third, and she is safe. Well, Mitch, today's going to be a beautiful day for baseball. Or softball, I should say.
Definitely warm enough to have a good game here. Troll wasn't able to make the first base, but at least third is safe.
So that'll be 2 outs so far. The top of the first open, there's another foul ball, making it 1 strike. Sarah Dennis still on the mound. You know, Sarah's a senior this year, which makes it really interesting. You know why?
Why's that?
She has been pitching varsity all 4 years.
Wow.
Yes, we actually have 5 seniors on this team who have been here on varsity for all 4 years of their career in high school. So we have Allison Drabeck catching today. What is it, Mitch? Yes, I was told to talk about the team here today from Gary Hill, the assistant coach. I should probably say that too. A head coach here today is Lisa Elaine, along with Gary Hill, the assistant, and Michelle Sawyers, assistant coaches. That will wrap up our top of first. We will go to the bottom of the first now with Avondale batting. All right. Well, looks like we're going to have some things here with Mitch. Mitch is signaling me to keep talking. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say that the Falcons here are a tough opponent for Avondale. I'm sorry, I'm just running out of words. I don't know what I'm going to say, Mitch.
I think really at this moment I'm already left speechless. I mean, it's been a long time since I've really been like, personally on the field for games like this. So to see it all is a lot of memories coming back to me.
Yeah, I got to say, your last comment was, it is as graceful as a swan flying in the air. Remember that?
Those were the basketball days.
Yes, they were. And, Mitch is our tech guy here, but, he likes to fill in for sports every once in a while. Well, it looks like our first batter of today would be Brooke Blanchette. And Brooke is also a senior. She is number 19. She's, what is it? Brooke Blanchette is sponsored today by her mother and father. They told me that they wanted me to give a shout out to her. So here's to Brooke Blanchette. She's a very good player.
She was in my psych class. She was pretty cool.
Oh, she is? Well, I know she has a 3.9 GPA, and she's actually very enrolled in a lot of the art programs.
Oh, yes. Art programs here. Very, very good art programs. If you ever get the opportunity to walk through the halls here at Avondale High School and you just look to your right, beautiful pieces of art.
And we actually endorse the art program here, don't we? We have the Mural Mondays, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Rochester Falcons are going to throw their pitch. Well, their first pitch, I should say, of the game. Brooke Blanchette steps up to the plate. And the first pitch would be a ball. Well, Mitch, on third base, we have number 3, Emily Morrow. Emily Morrow, I hear, is also a senior. Well, Mitch, there's a lot of seniors out here today.
Yeah, I mean, this is a serious game. Oh, action's happening.
And Brooke Blanchette is called out at first. That'll make the first out of today. Next up is Jordan Lockhart. She's a right-handed batter. And, here's the thing. You don't see a lot of left-handed batters anymore, do you?
No, definitely not.
Well, it's unfortunate for Avondale being thrown out. Well, hopefully we can get on base next time.
Already very close calls here at first base. Pitch is thrown.
Looks like it'll be hit out foul and make strike 1. Well, Mitch.
Keeping up on some test swings. Raising the hand up, making sure everything is all primed and ready.
Here's the
Feel
pitch. And it'll be hit by Jordan Lockhart. She will have a walk to first base. Next up batting is Amanda Seglars, number 6. She is also one of the 5 seniors who played varsity all 4 years. Her brother Michael also plays on the JV baseball squad. So, and baseball is actually doing really well, aren't they? They're actually have only lost 1 game this season.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So make sure you come on out to Avondale High School to see these games. Oh, it looks like the ball is hit straight to first. The first baseman will throw to second, but it is not there in time. So both girls are going to be safe on first and second. Well, next up batting is number 5, Allison Draybeck. Allison Draybeck's a sophomore this year. Her second year on varsity.
Just adding that she was not safe on first. First, they caught it.
Oh, they did?
Yep.
Okay. That'll be, okay. Yeah, sweet.
But escorted to second. Looks like it's going to be a foul. Out of the fence even.
Yeah, that was just over the right side of the field. Allison Draybeck steps back up to the plate for his second pitch. Here's the ball. She hits it just to second base. And it was thrown out at first, which makes it 3 outs and top of 2.
Very quick for both sides. Not exactly to getting close, getting to second base, even in the first inning, getting to third base, but not quite able to close anything out yet, but it's only just the start of the game here.
Yeah, I got to agree. Well, Avondale will take the field as the Falcons get ready to bat. I got to say, it's starting off to be a good game for the Falcons, 2-0. Avondale seems to come up, so. Ladies and gentlemen, I just got to say that I'd like to give a shout-out to Michelle Sawyers, my mother. She's going to be assistant coaching today. And I think she's doing really well. Like, she's, what is it? This is her 3rd or 4th year coaching. I'm not sure. I should know this, but she is my mother. But she loves doing it. My aunt is the varsity head coach for Avondale. And it looks like we have some parents that, we're really proud of the game today. Yeah, well, my aunt's the varsity head coach at Avondale. And I got to say, I think between her, Gary Hill, and my Aunt Lisa, they're doing a fantastic job this year. They have a great record, and Oh, also, we got to give a shout out to Keith Gust, our athletic director, and Mrs. Sarah Russ, our secretary. So, well, oh, I almost forgot. Landon Ladon, our trainer here at Avondale. Well, here's Sarah Dennis back on the mound for top of 2.
Taking some practice throws. Definitely much more speed than we saw here just a moment earlier.
Well, our first batter up for the Falcons would be number 27, Katie Troy. Yeah, the Rochester Falcons are really happy about their score today. I see a lot of them cheering. One girl just motioned, that's 2. I was like, okay, there we go. Well, looks like Sarah Dennis will get warmed up for her next pitch. The ball is released, and it is hit and caught by Amanda Seglars at shortstop.
Looking very good for number 27, having a good start, getting a hit instantly, but unfortunately was caught for them, so no ground made here.
Indeed. Well, here's number 4, Anna Clouder. Looks like the pitch will be called a ball on the outside.
Not even flinching. We're stiff, ready to do this.
You know, a lot of people think that softball isn't as manly and as tough as a sport, but I got to say, these girls are really tough out here. Like, you know.
Yeah, I'm a little intimidated, and there's a giant fence between them
yeah,
and us. So.
For those of you who aren't here, there was a ball that he got hit out to the fence here, and me and Mitch just leaned back because we thought the ball was going to hit us. But
yeah, I'm looking at my screen here, and then I'm almost pelted in the face with a softball. So,
well, the count is 2 balls, 1 strike, and we have 1 out in the top of the 2nd inning. There is strike 2. Well, she comes up. Kristen Pepsack will give her a high five. And we are accompanied today by Kyle Strong. Kyle Strong is you might have heard of him in the football season. He's a very good running back. Isn't that right, Kyle?
I'm a slot receiver.
Oh, that is right. Yeah, he's a slot receiver. Well, back to the game. We have Sarah Dennis. She pitches. Number 4 will hit the ball to shortstop, which will be caught by Kristen Pepsack, making it 2 outs. That was a full count, though. 3-2. Still top of the 2nd inning. And score is 2-0 Falcons.
second base having no problem picking that one up. Lots of easy tosses to first base here. No problems.
Next up batter will be Bailey Carlson, number 1. The first pitch will be called a ball. Here's the second pitch. It's released. The ball goes very high and caught by Brooke Blanchette. That'll be the bottom. That'll be the end of the top of second. And now to the bottom.
Very beautiful hit there, and you could hear, I don't know what I would almost call a battle screech coming from their side of the field, and it seemed to really empower them. The ball was soared way out there, but again, it was caught, and that's just wrapping it up very quickly.
Well, yeah, we're going to take a break to go to some PSAs, but after that, we'll be back.
Watch live student-produced video of high school action in a variety of athletic and non-athletic activities from around the state on the MHSAA.TV website. The school broadcast program is a great way to highlight school activities, give students video production experience, and raise new funds for school programs. Get your school involved. Visit MHSAA.TV for more information. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
We are back here at Avondale High School at this varsity softball field. I'm Stephen Sawyers.
And I'm Mitchell Payne.
And today we are accompanied by Kyle Strong, our slot receiver here for varsity football. We hope to see a lot from you in this coming fall. So, Sarah Dennis will take the first batter of the bottom of the second inning. She's number 38, again, one of the seniors here that have served all 4 years on varsity. Well, our pitcher today is going to be number... What is that number, Mitch?
Number... Bailey Carlson, I believe.
No, it's number 5.
What?
Ellen Gallacher.
Must have switched that on us.
Yeah, sorry about that little pause, ladies and gentlemen. We were just figuring out. We didn't want to give you any wrong information and have to apologize after the fact. Well, here's the pitch. It's called a ball. The count is 1-1. Bottom of second inning, still 2-0 Falcons. Here's Aaron with another pitch. Sarah swings and misses.
You mentioned the fact that they're all seniors, and I think you can really feel, I don't know, that varsity vibe. There's not a lot of wavering. There's not a lot of flinching. Everyone's completely still ready to go until the moment of the throw.
Yeah, and a lot of these balls go 60, 70 miles an hour, and these girls are not really flinching at all, which is like, you know, this is almost insane. Like, I remember when I played baseball, I'd always duck in the bottom of the batter's box and always flinch, and every time I'd strike out, I don't think I hit the ball once in 2 years. I was always so scared of the ball, so just for these girls to get up that close and actually be able to hit the ball all the way out to the fence is just amazing.
Grounder
Looks
along
like
the third
Sarah
baseline.
will be called out at first. Third baseman will throw. Next up is my sister Brooke Sawyers, also a senior on varsity. She's also one of the, I think that is the 5th and final senior who served all 4 years. And shout out to Landon Lalonde, our trainer here at Avondale High School. Yeah,
Shout out to Katie Troy on first base for that amazing catch. Almost doing the splits just to be able to catch the ball and still be touching the base at the same time. Strike early on. Pretty low.
Brooke Sawyers will go right back into the batter's box. Shaking that one off. Here's the next pitch. And she swings for it, almost hitting the dirt. Don't know what she was doing there, but I know she can pull it off another hit, can't she? Well, that'll bring the count to 0-2. That is 1 out so far, bottom of the 2nd inning. And that'll be called a low strike 3. I'm not sure about that one, but that'll bring the score 2 outs.
Aaron Gallagher giving away no signs, just staring straight down, not a moment's hesitation, just quiet waiting, then the throw, 3 strikes.
And next batter up is Toya Golden. Another low strike called for Toya.
Looked like she almost took that one.
You know, those pitches are impressive. You got to say, like, you know, it was just a nice drop ball. It just came right in above her kneecaps, and, you know, it's hard to hit, but it was a great pitch. She swings for the second pitch. Is fouled off, which to bring the count to 0-2. 2 outs, bottom of the 2nd. Score is still 2-0.
You almost want to say it's the perfect pitch here, hitting it just low enough to keep it in the strike zone, but still a strike and not quite able to hit.
There's the ball, making the count 1-2.
Just to prove me wrong, of course, throwing the ball immediately after.
Yep, and Toya's a junior this year, which makes her also very important to the Avondale softball team, because after these seniors graduate, you know, she's going to be leading this team. And I look forward to covering this team next year. I hope so.
2 strikes, 2 balls.
Here's the next pitch. And it is a hit. And the first baseman will drop it. Toya Golden will be safe at first.
After that
Next up
amazing
batting
catch.
is Kirsten Pepsak, number 23. She is also a junior this year.
After that amazing catch on first base, wasn't quite able to connect with it this time around. Getting Toya on first base. Hopefully she can meander her way to second and third base. We'll see if we can get some runs on the board, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it'd definitely be interesting to see. I'd like to see a tie game. It always, like, you know, builds the suspense. And well, it looks like the ball will go past the catcher, and Toya Golden will make her way to second. She's still leading off, but I feel a feeling up there. She goes back to second base. Kristen Pepsak getting warmed up again.
Toya wasting no time to seize the opportunities wherever they are. Not getting too comfortable on first base here.
Indeed. All right, next for number 23, Kirsten Pepsak. She'll step back into the batter's box. The pitch is there and is called a ball.
If that was a strike, I would have been really scared. I'm like, all right, you know,
I
I get the
don't-
low strikes things, but that's just a little too low for me.
Yeah, well, you know, I got to agree with our umps here. Like, you know, they've been doing this job for a long time, and what they say goes. Like,
Right.
well, that'll be a fouled off ball, bringing the count to 2-1. 2 outs, bottom of 2. That's a lot of twos. Oh, I should also say the score is 2-0. And she is number 23. All right, next pitch is going to be here. And there it is. It is called the ball. Toya Golden leads off, but she heads back to second base.
Getting a little nervous, but when the moment to quickly jump over to third base comes, she's going to be halfway there before the ball is even thrown.
Number 5 with the pitch. Sarah hits the ball and is fumbled by the pitcher. And she is called out at first, and that will be the end of the second inning.
Very
And
unfortunate. Toya able to slowly steal her way over to the first 3 bases, but then wasn't quite able to make it home in time.
Indeed, I got to agree with you there, Will Mitch. We're going to cut to a PSA, and we'll be back after these messages.
Be a part of the conversation about high school sports. Grab your cell phone and follow the MHSAA on Twitter at MHSAA. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram for tournament in-game updates, event announcements, and high school sports news around the state year-round. You can connect with the MHSAA today. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
We are back here at Avondale High School. I'm Stephen Sawyers,
And I am Mitchell Payne.
and we are live from the varsity softball fields. Pitching today for Avondale is Sarah Dennis, and catching is number 12, Jordan Lockhart. Batting for the Falcons is number 6, Kyra Shaw. Well, Mitch, what do you think of today's game so far?
Well, so far, again, really close, getting a couple people on second and third base, but before they're given a chance to make it home, before you know it, the inning's already over, and you got to wrap it up and start this process all over again.
Well, I got to give a special thanks to Miss McNee for letting us do today's game. She stayed back behind and supervised us. We couldn't do this without her. Also, we got to give a special shout out to Coach Kenny O'Shaughnessy, our football coach here. He's been a great part of Avondale sports, and you know, we like to see coaches stick around and coach multiple sports and get really involved with the students.
The ball just rarely basing the top of the bat here for number 6.
Yeah,
hitting the
that'll
back of
be
the fence.
that'll be the first strike. Sarah Dennis will get ready for her second pitch. Here it is, and it is hit just between the shortstop, the second baseman and third baseman. No, that's shortstop. Yeah, it'll be hit just between shortstop and second base.
Just high enough not to be caught by shortstop, spending some time in the outfield, giving her enough time to make her way to first base here.
Next batting is number 22, Harper Monica for Rochester Falcons. Here's the pitch. And she was going to go for a bunt, but she missed it, and that will be called for strike 1. We are at the top of 3. The score is 2-0 Falcons.
See the smile, knew her plan was foiled. Probably won't be brave enough to try it for the second time, but we'll see.
I'd be surprised. I've seen a lot of girls bunt. Oh, there. Oh, she almost went for the bunt, but it'll be called a ball. Well, that'll bring the count to 1-1. Also, Mitch, I got to say, a lot of these girls have their paint on their face. They look like they're ready. There's the bunt. It'll be caught by Sarah Dennis. She will hesitate, but she will throw to first. And it looks like she'll be safe. We have runners on first and second. We have no outs.
Why the hesitation? Was there someone in the way almost, it seemed?
I think like she was going to throw to second base to get the out, the lead runner, but she hesitated and was going to throw to first.
Couldn't quite decide. They both end up safe here.
Next up batting is Rose Myers. Here's Sarah's pitch. The ball is hit just past the second baseman to make its way to the outfield. Sarah Dennis will catch the ball. And we now have runners on first and third.
Another run connecting home, of course, giving the third run to the Falcons.
Well, yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I think that should be 1 out, shouldn't it be? Up there's this next hit. It is caught by Brooke Blanchette. No, just bounced, and she will catch the ball after so. Now we have one more run that came in for the Falcons to bring the score to 4-0. Top of third. Next up batting is number 88, Mia Hanoso. Sarah Dennis is going to be pitching here today. It looks like the ball is inside.
Almost a foul, but not quite. Oh. Hesitation among the Avondale players allowed Falconer from third base to make their way home when they were still concerned about whether or not the ball was clear.
Yeah, and also while that was happening, the third baseman ran home and scored again. It was just, it's amazing. But that'll bring the score 5-0 for the Falcons in the top of the third. Falcons are calling a meeting, and Coach Lisa will walk her way onto the field to have a meeting with the infield.
Scary amount of momentum coming up here, almost out of nowhere it seems for the Falcons within a matter of plays. Already establishing several points on the board here, 5-0. Be a little bit worried if I were Avondale. I'd got to take a deep breath. Got to make sure that we're catching these balls that are kind of making our way between first base and second base. They're just traveling out there, and there's not enough time for Avondale to react. And then before you know it, runs are being made.
Yeah. Well, the girls break their little huddle at the mound. Sarah Dennis will look to make sure that all of her girls are ready. Next up batting is number 21, Jenna Norgrove.
Pitch coming in. Almost looked like it was ready for another bunt there, but decided against it. Nothing's happened yet. Patience.
Well, we have runners on second and third for the Falcons. 21 will step back into the batter's box. Sarah Dennis will pitch. And she will hit it high and looks to be outside.
No movement then. Coming back to pick up the bat.
We are still atop of third with the score 5-0 for the Falcons.
A little disheartening to make your way to first base, only to realize you got to come back and try again. 2 strikes here.
Looks to be called to be a ball. Sarah Dennis winding down the pitches here. And it looks to be a strike for number 21. She'll be called out. That'll be the first one of this inning.
Swing and a miss. No movement on second or third bases, which are still occupied. First base, of course, is open, awaiting the batter here.
Next up is Katie Troy for the Falcons.
Little high. That's going to be a ball to start us out here. No rush. Got plenty of pitches to go.
And also with the Falcons, they're looking to get that RBI, so they're going to try to get a mercy here between the before the first inning. I mean before the fifth, but I got to say, as an Avondale student, I hope that doesn't happen.
I hope not. I'm enjoying this so far, and I don't want to have to call this out early.
I know. Same here. Well, there's the bat. Mrs. Seglars will throw number 27 out at first, but the run will come in anyway, making it 6-0 Falcons.
First we saw Graze just from the top of the bat there. Wasn't quite able to connect, but on that last hit, just put the bat just a little bit higher and was able to get third base and home safety.
Indeed, Mitch here, Sarah's pitch to number 4. It'll be a strike. We still have runners on second. I should say runner.
Not leading too much off here on second. Being safe. 2 very centered throws coming in here. No swings being taken at it though.
Anna Cloutier is doing really well on the batter's box. Here's Sarah's pitch. Looks to be high, and will be called a ball.
Almost thought she was going to swing for that, just to panic over the first 2 strikes that were called. A hit does come through, makes it to shortstop. Third base rounding out to home. Nothing is thrown.
Another hesitating move for Avondale. That'll bring the score 7-0 for the Falcons. There is still a runner on first. Next up, batting it for the Falcons is number 1, Bailey Carlson.
A couple of missed catches here for Avondale is a little worrying, but I think the primary focus right now is whether or not it's the right decision to just make a decision, because no decisions in baseball, or softball I should say, right now is definitely the wrong decision.
Indeed, I got to agree. Here's Sarah's pitch. Be low and be called a ball. Mitch, is there anyone you want to give a special shout out to today?
I can't think of anybody really particular. I mean, except, okay, so I turned to see you, and I saw your such genuine eyes just looking at me. So, you know what, Steven? I want to give a shout out to you. I don't think without you any of this would be here. So,
Well, I just got a Snapchat from one of my friends. She's listening to, I would like to give a special shout out to Ayla Costello, and thank you for listening to 89.5 WHS Auburn Hills. If you are listening here today, please give a shout out. Tell all your friends and make sure they listen in here today.
in
Well,
the
it looks like
meantime,
that'll be another out for Avondale, which will bring it to the top of the 4th. And we will be back after this PSA.
Start your sports day each day by visiting the second half page of the MHSAA website. Weekly reports on student athletes, coaches, and teams from around the state, regular features, and in-depth coverage of postseason tournaments make the second half your go-to source for high school sports information. Click on the second half link of the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Welcome back. I'm Steven Sawyers,
and I'm Mitchell Payne.
and we are live here at Avondale High School at the girls' varsity softball. Yes,
Yep.
we are. We were just talking to them. Yeah. Yeah, that would be Coach Kenny O'Shaughnessy. He was a baseball player. Also, he is a coach here at Avondale High School for JV football and JV baseball.
I remember seeing that when we were doing the football games last season. Sure, we'll be keeping up around for next time. Also, quickly want to mention for anyone listening, if you're listening on the radio station analog, you can always tune in by searching up 89.5 WAHS into YouTube. We're live streaming now, which is pretty cool. And if you're on the YouTube, always make sure to listen to the analog. There's nothing like listening to a sports game in your car, am I right?
Now, Mitch, just for our viewers, which would give us a more crisp, clear sound?
Well, right now, they're both pretty much providing the same thing. I would have to say the analog be a little bit better than YouTube at the moment, unless you can get your streaming quality really high up there. But they're both really nice.
Yeah, I just care for our listeners here. I want them to have the best experience possible with, hopefully me not being too annoying.
Yeah.
Well, next up batting will be Alexis Kristoff, number 24. Number 5, Erin Gallagher
Ooh.
is still pitching. Oh, is she hit? I think she is.
She was hit quickly in the back of the head.
And she is down. Looks like a couple players will help her, and coaches will help her up. We should take a break for a quick PSA, and we'll be back after this message.
The benefits of playing multiple sports from the youth level through high school are being proven even by those who've made it to the so-called next level. More college coaches want multi-sport athletes, and nearly 90% of the players taken in the recent pro football draft played multiple sports through high school. To learn more about multi-sport participation, visit the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
We are back
It's
here at
been
Avondale
fun.
High School. I'm Steven Sawyers, and I'm accompanied by Mitchell Payne. Looks like Alexis Kristoff. I'm sorry. Alexis Kristoff will be okay. She's still talking to our trainer, Landon Lalonde, and head coach Lisa Lane, along with assistant coach Gary Hill. The Falcons will break their huddle and go back to the field. And there's the high five from Alexis Kristoff. We like to see that.
Staying on the field, ready to do this.
And the ump will call it a foul ball. Looks like she must have walked into it, so I don't think they'll call it a hit.
She seemed to be crouching to avoid it, and unfortunately still grazed the back of her helmet.
Well, I don't see how that wouldn't be considered a hit and she would get walked, but again, the boys in blue say not so I got to agree with them.
Like, yeah, ducked into it. But we're hopefully she can get some revenge on the ball here. Pitch is thrown. It's a ball. No worries. 1 ball, 1 strike. Taking your time, stepping up to the plate.
Bottom of third. It'll be called the ball. Number 5 is still pitching here for the Falcons. Alexis Kristoff will have a count of 2-1.
Tapping her shoes, stepping up to the plate, going through the motions.
Well, looks like her foot is almost on the line. If you notice, if the foot actually goes outside that top of the batter's box and she hits the ball, no matter what happens, she's out.
Hopefully that doesn't happen, especially not after being hit in the back of the head so early. First base is over there, but don't want to rush it.
She'll swing. And it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. I love this ump here. He's really helping us out. He's like looking at us and giving us the count. I really appreciate it. So I'll have to shake his hand after this game. Making my job a lot easier.
Shout out to the umps, right?
Yeah, shout out to
Unsung
the boys in
heroes.
blue, man. Well, I guess that kind of means police officers, but shout out to them too, because we need them. And it looks like the ball will hit her ankle this time. She is just not having a good day today.
Oh, geez. I feel bad. Unfortunately, good to see her still smiling, though, not taking it too hard, doing the best that she can for the hand she's being dealt at the moment. Everyone taking her
This
time.
is why I think softball girls are really tough.
Yeah. I'd be like hitting the head. I'm like, no, I'm out. See you later. I'm going home. I'm going to have some ice cream. Thanks. Thanks. It's been fun.
Only you, Mitch. Only you. Well, this will be the chance for Avondale to get some runs. Oh, there's the hit. And will be missed by number 88. She will be safe at first. Next up to bat is Brooke Blanchette.
That's good to see after such a long, painful journey, able to procure position on first base, not being quite caught up there at second base, having to be picked up a little bit later.
What is this? Could this be what I think it is? Is this our first left-handed batter of today? I think it is.
Say it isn't so.
Here we go. This should be interesting. I've always noticed this, like the pitchers who are normally pitching to right-handed batters, and it's almost hard for them to actually pitch to left-hand. Oh, there goes for the bunt, but it'll be called foul. It'll be strike 1. Okay, as I was saying, yeah, it's hard for pitchers to pitch to left-handed batters because they're just so used to pitching on the right-handed. It actually throws them off a little bit.
Aaron Gallagher doing a very good job, just barely being able to keep it inside the strike zone here today. So trying to throw her off her game a little bit is what Avondale definitely needs on right now.
Well, here's the pitch. And that'll be the strike. She goes for the bunt, but does not end up successful.
You see her running up, trying to get ready for it, but it's a strike nonetheless. Unfortunate. 2 strikes here, no balls. Fell. Looked like it was inside for just a hair of a moment before the ball slowly meandered its way outside of fair territory.
Yeah, that'll make the count 0-2 in the bottom of the 3rd inning here. Score is 7-0 Falcons. Brooke Blanchette steps back up to the plate.
Ready to go here. The pitch. Again, hitting the ball. Avondale rejoicing in its investment to purchase this net to keep the ball where it should be and not in the fans.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing.
I think that's a plus.
Yeah.
I definitely think so.
Well, here's Brooke Blanchette back up in the batter's box. The pitch is there. She bunts the ball. She's running. And it looks like she'll be called safe at first. And we'll have Alexis Kristoff on second. So there we go. 2 runners on first and second. Next up to bat is Jordan Lockhart, number 12.
The lead on second, a little too close, but managed to make it back in time.
You know, I'm surprised they're not leading off yet, Mitch.
I think with...
Wait, I know why. She's still a little hurt. She's a tough girl for going out there with, after getting hit in the head and the ankle.
Don't quite want to risk that.
There's the next bunt. The pitcher hesitates, and that'll be bases loaded. Next up is number 6, Amanda Seglars. Let's see if she can hit a grand slam here today. Mitch, wouldn't that be interesting?
Oh, that would definitely be something. The hesitation from Avondale seeming to transfer off onto our pitcher here a little bit. Fully loaded bases here now.
You know, Mitch, I gotta say we were a little skeptical, a little rusty when we started this game, but I think we're finally broken back into it. So
getting into there, getting into that sports.
Yes, sports. WAHS 89.5 is what you're listening to, and this is the Sports Channel with Steven Sawyers and Mitchell Payne. Well, that'll be the first strike of the count. Bases loaded, 0 outs for Avondale. Amanda Seglar is also a right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. She hits. It'll go to third baseman. Third baseman will miss.
Missed it home.
At catch. And we'll have 1 run, 2 runs. And that'll be it.
Not willing to go for that third, but definitely rejoicing on the side of Avondale, moving it from 7-0 to 7-2.
You know, Mitch, there is something I've been meaning to do.
What's that?
A couple weeks ago when I was giving shout-outs, I forgot to give a shout-out to my brother Christopher Sawyers. So here's a shout-out for him. Here he is behind me smiling and waving. So that's a shout-out to my loving, caring, and awesome, respectable brother Christopher Sawyers. He's on the wrestling team here. And football team, I should say. He's our center.
And we had math class together. It was pretty cool.
Oh, you do?
I feel like that's just my way. Like, oh, look, I recognize a person. We had a class together. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, like, you know, first, what was your name? In your psych class.
Yes.
You had a girl in your psych class?
Yes. And there's skittering behind us. The action here is very, very lively. The
Yes.
crowd not giving
I hope everything's okay. Our trainer will be going into the dugout.
motivation.
Oh,
is
he's
high.
going to check on Alexis Kristoff.
That's good.
Yeah, good.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
I'm happy about that.
Next up batting is number 5, Allison Drabeck, our sophomore here today. It'll be called a ball. We have runners on second and third. 0 outs. Bottom of third inning. Score is still. Oh, wait, no, the score has changed. We scored, Mitch. We scored.
Yes.
We did.
I was
Yes,
announcing that.
7-2.
And you were just like, well, they got home, but it wasn't scored. I was like, no, Steven, they scored.
I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There's the bunt. She's running off to first. It looks like she'll be called out.
Number 3, Emily Morrow, put into the same situation she was in last time. Still able to get first base out, but that's another run for Avondale, bringing the score to 7-3.
Well,
I think.
actually,
no? Oh, was it out?
Well, I don't know. They called it, but they called it out originally, but it looks like they're going to be meeting to discuss. Our coach Gary Hill swears she was safe, so I guess we'll see here shortly. Oh, well, it looks like the first baseman was on the line, so we'll call it safe for Allison Drabeck. Next up to bat is number 38, Sarah Dennis.
The last thing you ever want to hear after making it to the plate is they're meeting to discuss.
Yeah, that makes me nervous, Mitch. And that'll be a strike. She'll make her way down to second base. And we have a runner on third, also Amanda Seglars. So we have 2 more, possible 2 RBIs for Sarah Dennis if she can hit the ball far enough. I think she can. She's a heavy hitter here. She is a powerhouse, a force to be reckoned with, Mitch. Oh, and there's the power hit there. Goes all the way to the back fence, and she will get those 2 RBIs from Allison Drabeck and Amanda Seglars. She'll hit a double and be safe at second base. That brings the scores to 7. What is it? Is that 4, right?
I believe so. So it looks like it's 7-5 now. Okay, so there was that 1 run earlier. I wasn't crazy. They did actually get that. 7-5 now.
Alrighty, well, 7-5.
Avondale
7-5.
very happy from 7-0 just moments ago to bringing it to 7-5. Happy moment indeed.
Indeed, here's Brooke Sawyers, number 25, batting. That first pitch will be a strike. Mitch, what do you think of today's game?
Well, it's
I think it's
already
going
been
great.
quite a roller coaster. You mentioned a mercy early on, and I was like, Steven, say it isn't so. And I don't think it will be so anymore. I think Avondale is definitely getting into their groove. Hopefully we can get a couple runs here before the inning is over.
Well, Mitch, you know, I gotta say, I wasn't hoping for a mercy. I just said
You mentioned
that's what they were looking
Right.
for.
Yeah.
Because one of the girls I was talking to was saying that they're looking for a mercy here today, but I don't think Avondale's going to let them do that. Brooke Sawyers will hit a double.
Moving herself, of course.
Sarah Dennis will make her way to third. This makes for a very interesting game here today.
Number 88, Miu Sono, making a real leap of faith to try and catch the ball there, but grazed just over her glove, ending up in the outfield, giving enough time to run the bases a little here.
Here's the pitch. Toya Golden will foul it out.
Over the net. Guess Avondale's going to have to spend a couple bucks more, extend it a little bit higher. No,
I
probably
don't know.
not.
Those
I
are
think we're good.
Yeah.
If the ball's over
Maybe.
there, it's not coming back down on us. I'm safe.
Yeah. Here's the next hit. She hits it right to first base, who will drop the ball, throw it home, and it'll be called safe for Sarah Dennis and safe at first for Toya Colden.
Definitely a scare for Avondale. That was very close there on home. Able to nab it just in time with a impeccable slide, might I add.
Indeed I do. I gotta say, that should bring the score to 7-6.
Waiting for the numbers to tick, but we know it happened. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, here on 89.5 WHS.
You know what that reminds me of?
What's that?
T-Pain song. No, not T-Pain. It would be Chris Brown with T-Pain. Kiss, Kiss. Remember that song from back in the day? He's like, you heard it here first. I was
Heard it here first.
Well, it looks like that scoreboard might not be changing. Yep, here's the parents yelling scoreboard.
Yeah.
Right there. That should be
It's gonna
7-6.
happen. I've been there. I've been the person manning the scoreboard and having people come up to you and say, yeah, it's wrong. Pitch coming through. Bouncing off the bat into the net here.
Kirsten Pepsack will hit the ball. Become foul. Parents still beckoning for 7-6. There's another foul hit.
Almost another beautiful copycat of what happened maybe 10 seconds ago. The ball landing maybe within 2 feet of the exact same area. Seems lifting the bat maybe just another inch or so more. Can take this ball from back here in the net to out in the outfield where it belongs.
Well, with a runner on third and the ball just called, it should be possibly a tie game if we can get this next runner in.
Support for Kristen, amazing.
Kirsten will hit to the first baseman. She'll be thrown out there, but it'll make the run home, which should be 7-7 now. Tie game for Avondale.
Easily done on first base, but the throw not quite being able to connect here on home. Avondale, of course, certainly rejoicing. The support for Kristen was stupendous, might I say. What? Okay. We're still, okay, I'm pretty sure we're still live. See, okay, so Steven's doing this thing, right, where it's mildly startling for him to walk away suddenly, like something had happened. I was thinking, oh boy, is it over? No, it is not.
Sorry about that.
He was just
Oh,
walking
what an
away.
amazing catch for the Falcons after that ball. Well, that'll be the, what is that? That'll be bottom of, end of the bottom of third. Should be top of fourth, and we will be back after these PSAs.
For over 130 years, the Society has been committed to providing person-to-person service to those suffering or in need in South.
Hi fans, I'm Chris Sherrod.
And I'm Sean Bednard from Davison Television Channel 191.
And you are listening to High School Sports on the Student Broadcast Foundation Internet Radio Sports Network. Hey fans, this is Brad Galley from Channel 7 saying you are listening to High School Sports on the Student Broadcast Foundation Internet Radio Network.
I'm Steven Sawyers,
And I'm Mitch Payne. Hi. how
and
you
we are
doing?
live here from Avondale High School, 89.5, live from the Hive since 1975. Mitch, I
Oh.
love saying that.
Smooth.
Well, you know what happened today? Looks
that?
like we got a pitcher's change here on the mound. Sarah Dennis will go back, and it looks like she will be resting it. Oh, no, she's going to be on first base, switching with Kirsten Pepsack, who will now be pitching number 23. Oh, Mitch, I got to say, the wind here is really, really rigorous.
Yeah, I can feel it. Other than that, it's been quite a nice sunny day coming out so far. Clouds starting to encroach their way on the sun, just like Avondale is encroaching their way on this lead. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, you know, it's 7. Mitch, I like the way you tied that together. You know, I was like, where is he going with the weather here? But, you know, whatever works.
It's an outdoor sport. Weather, it's a part of the sport. If it's raining, it affects the players. This is serious business, Steven.
Yeah, I
Gotta
I
respect
stand
it.
corrected, Mitch. I stand corrected.
Thank you.
Well, Avondale will get their high fives together at the mound.
Huddling here. Some quiet deliberations on here between the pitcher and the catcher.
Jordan Lockhart will make her way back to the catcher's back.
Always feels like a nice classic Western when they're kicking up the dust and it slowly
Ah.
makes its way into the air.
I don't know, Mitch.
Ooh.
I don't know about that one.
Ooh.
Well, here's the first pitch, and it'll be hit as a ball. I'm sorry, a foul.
Foul. I mean, hitting the ball usually is the correct course of action here.
Mitch, I think we're also having some scoreboard technical difficulties again because it looks to me as it should be the 4th inning.
It's totally fine. See, the scores would matter. I mean, the inning is just a way to separate time, but you know we can stay here. No problems there. Pitch coming out. Ball. Taking our time, not doing anything too sudden here. Number 6, Kira Shaw. Hitting the ball way up. Definitely a foul, though. Still on the inside of the net, of course. Almost concerned over a health concern. I think somebody almost got hit, but we're good. Totally fine. No worries. Kira Shaw stepping back up to the plate, getting ready. See if she can hit this ball in a better direction. Hitting the ball, but unfortunately not in the aforementioned better direction. Still a foul, or strike being called here. That's 2-2.
Sorry, I just had to step away for a second. I had to correct those technical difficulties here for the softball team, just helping my part today.
What a nice guy, Steve.
I know. Oh, there's the ball, and it looks like it'll go right down. And just missed the bleachers there. Almost hit somebody, I got to say.
What did I say, Steven? You're looking at me when I'm talking about the net like, oh, Mitchell, of course it's just a net. It's fine.
Yeah, Mitch, I'm
Nobody ever
starting
gets
to
a hit.
grasp that feeling a little bit more. I'm starting to get scared. I'm just kidding. Well, that'll be the first out for number 6. But we'd also like to give a special shout out to Emily Bowery, a sophomore on varsity here today. She is accompanied by her boyfriend, Stephen Dunion, who also wanted to give her a special shout out. So he told me that just now. Well, you know.
Very sweet.
I know. I like to give shout outs for people.
Ball really high up there. Almost be hard to catch at that point. Avondale 23, Kirsten smiling it off.
Kirsten?
Kirsten,
Got
got it?
Yeah, you got it.
To
Kristen Pepsack pitches. And it'll be called a ball for number 22, Harper Monaco. Here's the next pitch. And it is high and outside. That'll be the count of 2 balls, 0 strikes, 1 out in top of the 4th. Score is 7-7 here. There's the strike we were looking for.
The nod of acknowledgement coming out here from number 22. Keeping the stretches going, making sure when this ball, when it's her time, she's ready to hit it.
And there's another strike, which bring the count to 2-2.
Swing and a miss.
There's the pitch. It is fouled off.
Hitting the net here, still safe. I think the ump here, making sure there's always an extra softball here at hand. Getting ready for another pitch here.
Here's the pitch. And it will hit her helmet. And it'll be called dead ball, and the the batter will run to first.
Barely just grazing the edge of that cage there on the mask of the helmet. Avoiding the whole strikes and ball thing entirely.
Oh, Mitch, we forgot to say something. You know what that is?
What's that?
We got to tell the people who are listening here, the good folks who are listening to 89.5 WHS Auburn Hills, that there is also head coach for the Falcons is Laura Guzman, assistant coaches Natalie Lampman and Sarah Violati. So there's that.
Obviously doing very well. Very nice team going on here. What? Yep, that's happening. We're live.
Yeah, we're live. This is Miss
Yep.
Chrisman. She was our basketball coach for girls varsity. So we like to get. Also, we like to see coaches still be a part of the students. You know, she's coming out here to support us. So
Absolutely. I like to think of us as having a nice supporting role and just kind of spreading the glory that is the softball. That
well, yeah, I like to know the media gets involved, gets people knowing what's going on out there. And it looks like She'll be called safe at first. Kristen Pepsack will still be pitching. We have runners on first. 1 ball, 0 strikes, 2 outs, top of 4th. 7-7 is the score. I am Steven Sawyers, and I think I did that without messing up. That's a first.
You actually did really well until you said the part at the very end.
I
where you
know.
said, I did that without messing up, but you stuttered on that part.
I know.
It's all right. Maybe next time.
There's
Oh.
the pitch, and it is hit just past the pitcher. The shortstop will slide and miss. It'll be safe at second and first. Batting now is number 88, Neil Honoso.
If only the ball had gone a little bit faster, maybe center field could have had time to do something with that. But no matter how fast you can throw, just not enough time.
And for all the parents and people listening out there and who are going to be listening to this after it's been recorded, I just want to apologize now for butchering these names because I feel like I'm doing it very wrong right now. But, yeah, I got to apologize for that. Now, here's the pitch. Got to get back to the game, getting off track here. It'll be a count of 1 ball, 0 strikes. Avondale's looking for their third out.
Score here 7-7. Evened out very quickly.
There's the ball. A lot of cheering going on here at Avondale. A lot of proud parents, a lot of spectators here. There's actually a very large turnout. We're looking at probably, I could say, a good 40 people. And there's the third out at first. And that'll be the end of the top of the 4th.
Avondale sending out those high fives, very happy to make sure that the lead that they had just conquered is no longer going to get away from them. And so far, that remains true.
And we will be back after these messages.
I am Jack Wallace, head football coach at Okemos High School. I want to talk to you for a minute about the great game of football. Headlines about concussion in football have the game under attack. But the truth is, the game has never been safer. Rules, changes, equipment, improvements, and teacher coaches with an educational perspective make high school football as safe as it can be. Playing high school sports teaches young people life lessons, hard work, teamwork, integrity, and respect. And we think football does that very well. Football helps build strong schools and communities. There's nothing like a football Friday night where everything good about schools and sports is on display. Football helps young people build lifetime friendships and helps today's players become tomorrow's community leaders. School-sponsored football is a great game, a safe game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
You can learn more at saferthanever.org. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association.
We are back here at Avondale High School. I am Steven Sawyers.
And I am Mitchell Payne.
And we are live here at the varsity girls softball field. We are accompanied by Drew Gordon, a track athlete here and a varsity football player. Yeah, Drew is graduating this year, but he did a phenomenal job on the offensive line. Well, I just got to give him a special shout out too. I love people who like to come up and shake our hands and say, "Oh, I remember you. I heard you on the radio." So yeah, it just makes me feel like a little special.
A little special.
Yeah.
Definitely seeing some of those spinners here more around the school, and I think it just kind of randomly reminded me here of the pitches happening here, that nice little spinning motion here of the pitch that is characteristic of softball. I think it's almost like a cute little support to have your little fidget spinners in the crowd, and it's like, yeah, see, look, the spins.
Oh, yeah. Well, looks like we're going to have a pitcher change here on the mound. I can't see who it is because they're wearing a shirt that just says the Falcons on it, but
Covering their number. They don't want us to know.
I don't think they do.
They're going to be that really shady anonymous figure that just blows it out of the park here.
Well, our amazing helper here, Drew Gordon, says it is number 7, which there it is, a number on the roster, so it'd be Tori Went. Thank you, Drew.
Charging bunt here, unsuccessful on the side of Avondale.
That'll be Brooke Blanchette.
No problem, only the first throw, just 1 strike.
Oh, and it is up and almost. Oh, that was over our head. Right behind us, the ball dropped.
Watch that soar right over us.
We're dodging mines here. I mean, not mines. We're mortars. That's dodging mortars.
Mortars, yeah, I don't think mines move.
Yeah.
Really. If they do, I guess that's extra scary, huh?
Yeah.
Well, still generally safe here. Pitch coming out.
we're just all over the place today. We're talking about windmills and fidgets and mortars, and it's a softball game.
You heard it here first at Avondale
Yeah.
Sports.
Yeah, well, Tori will come up with another pitch here. Brooke Blanchette will go up for the bunt, but it is called a ball.
Charging bunt strategy obviously revealed at this point, maybe third time even, not being too successful. Pitcher, of course, having this in mind, not trying to give away anything too easily.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me give you the rundown. It is 2 balls, 2 strikes, and it'll be 0 outs. Bottom of the 4th, 7-7. I messed up again, Mitch. I was hoping I wouldn't. And just that little stutter.
The ball was hit, almost made her way on her way to second base before realizing that it was a foul. Unfortunate. Back again at the batter's box to see if we can work something out here on the side of Avondale.
Brooke Blanchette is looking ready. She goes for the bunt, but it is fouled down again.
The tie here at Avondale turning out to be just as strong as the laces on all of these players' shoes, I'm sure. Make
There's
sure
the wind,
nothing
Mitch.
comes off.
There's the wind.
Beautiful wind.
Beautiful wind. Here's the pitch. And it is in the dirt.
In the dirt again.
Looks like Brooke
and again.
Blanchette be walked. And Jordan Lockhart will come up next. Oh, here she is. Oh, I thought she was going to be a left-handed batter. Looks like she's just grabbing the bat.
Being the first hit in the half, going for the bunt strategy, getting walked, I guess pretty much achieving the same goal in the end. So, no problem.
Mitch, I got to say, I don't think there's a half in softball, but
Yeah, the half of the inning, right? Because when you say the bottom, you're still referring to the bottom half. It's not thirds.
I guess so.
I'm not crazy. People just don't say it, right? That's why I'm here. I'm here to provide that extra little stuff that people would never say, literally ever, in sportscasting.
You know, Mitch, what was it? It was Ron Burgundy who said that, for the news broadcasting, that you got to do what people won't expect you to do to be successful. And I think we are the Ron Burgundy of radio.
I think we are definitely unexpected. If you were to scan your radio stations right now and you came across this,
They're going to be like, who's these guys talking about Ron Burgundy on the... This is just going over. We went from mortars to fidgets to Ron Burgundy.
of course, no action really being missed here. Of course, it was a steal to make their way to second base.
Well,
But
that's action, Mitch.
yeah, steal is action. That's the whole point of stealing, is that
It
you
was
don't
just
see it.
the
right?
coaches were talking to the umps here, and because they, well, looks like Brooke Blanchette will steal third. I just don't want to make you miss any action. I'll only talk to you when their ump and coaches are talking. Who is Amanda Seglars will be coming up to bat now, number 6.
Brooke on a roll, having a good time making her way all the way to third base without.
And we only have one out here with a runner on third. So we can RBI. There's the strike.
Only one strike. A couple more swings here to see if we can add another run to the board. That's going to be called a ball. Avondale here.
Tori will touch the dirt. No, I think that's a good luck thing for pitchers. Just feel the ground. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss by Amanda Seglars.
It's going to bring it to 2 strikes.
1 ball, 1 out. 4th inning, 7-7.
Pressurizing, but Brooke is always ready at a moment's notice to get down to that home plate.
There's the hit, but it'll be a foul ball.
Powerful pitch coming through, immediately redirected, of course, to the ground, not really making it anywhere. A lot of power behind these swings. If we do make contact here, I expect it to go places for sure. Interesting on Avondale. Oh. Running back to first base.
Looks like there's a pickle. There's 2 pickles. There's one on second and one on third. She is safe at second base, but she will run to third, and she is called out.
Out.
The first call was safe, and now it's called out. I don't know what's happening here.
Okay, that's hard to express in words, the amount of things that just happened within a short span. Brooke on third, trying to figure out whether to stay on third or make her way home. Unfortunately, in the process, getting tapped out by the catcher, just running straight at her with the ball. Not going to risk any more throws. But the batter being able to make it to second base. It's only one step back, one more out, but it's not over.
I've never seen that before. Mitch, two pickles in one
Two
inning.
pickles.
Well, Amanda Seglars will steal to third. Allison Drabeck now batting.
And we're right back to where we started.
Well, yeah, 2 outs, but we still have the possibility to take the lead here for Avondale. Gary Hill saying that's all we need is just one more run. That'll put them in the lead. Allison Drabeck batting. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be 2 strikes for her.
Swinging a little high, the ball a little too low. So we can average out here. Hit a nice happy medium. Get the ball out there. Get some people home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that's human nature, Mitch. There's the ball. No, you just got to find your way home.
Right, I'm glad they didn't call that plate, you know, like
Yeah, like
the place down the street, you know. That's just where I just want to get to the place down the street. Is no, you got to come home. Yeah, home is good. No place like it.
There's another ball. That'll bring the count to 2-2 with 2 outs. The bottom top. Oh my gosh, I messed up again. That'll be the bottom of the 4th inning.
Just say half. I'll solve all
I'm
your
sorry.
problems.
Who's ever running the scoreboard here is. You need to have a little conversation. And the third strike will be dropped. And so she will run to first. The runner on third will come home. And that'll put Avondale in the lead. Sarah Dennis will be now batting.
Finally, happy times. Well, after spending so much time on third base, finally able to make it home. Number 38, getting ready to come up to bat here. Sarah Dennis. Hopefully another powerhouse hit coming through. Get another 2 points for Avondale. Rubbing the ball, getting ready. Thrown. That's going to be a strike. Dennis not worried. No problem. That's only 1 strike. I mean, if you got 3, you know, get a couple chances here to make it all work out in favor. Mood is tense. Ball is thrown. Nothing happening. Almost a lead off on first base. Going to see a steal. The catcher getting ready to stop that before anything happens.
Indeed it's so. Sarah Dennis getting ready for her next pitch. It'll be called a ball.
Not a whole lot of super centered throws being thrown here. Trying to see if they can get some bad swings to come in through here. Dennis not taking it. Tell just then, of course, that's going to be the end of that with the 3rd out.
Well, Mitch, we will be back after these PSAs.
Hello, I'm Terry Hesbrook, head football coach at Ithaca High School, and I want to talk to you for a minute about the great game of football. Headlines about concussions in football have the game under attack, but the truth is, the game has never been safer. Rule changes, equipment improvements, and teacher coaches with an educational perspective make high school football as safe as it can be. Playing high school sports teaches young people life lessons, hard work, teamwork, integrity, and respect. And we think football does that very well. Football helps build strong schools and communities. There's nothing like a football Friday night, where everything good about schools and sports is on display. Football helps young people build lifetime friendships and helps today's players become tomorrow's community leaders. School-sponsored football is a great game, a safe game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
You can learn more at saferthanever.org. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association.
We are back here at Avondale High School. I'm Stephen Sawyers, and I'm accompanied by Mitchell Payne. Let me give you the rundown here, ladies and gentlemen. It is 0 balls, 0 strikes, 0 outs in top of the 5th here with the Falcons batting. Kirsten Pepsack is pitching, along with Jordan Lockhart as our catcher. Mitch, I think I did it without messing up.
Nice.
Well, that's only because there was 0 ball strikes and outs. So
Right. Not a whole lot to discuss yet.
Well, Mitch, I got to give a special shout out to the one viewer on YouTube right now. You know, one is better than none, so.
Okay, well, it was like 2 like a second ago. All right, whoever you were out there, come back. All right, this is a great game. All right.
I don't think they heard your cry for
That-
help, Mitch.
I'm sure they're just listening in on analog, and they were just like, you know what? I'm just feeling a little bit more like hearing the space and less of the YouTube.
Well, Mitch, that'll be the strike, and I think, you know what, you should tell them our Facebook page and where they can find us. So whoever you are on YouTube, I hope you visit our Facebook page and request a song later.
Well, it's very conveniently named. It's simply 89.5 WAHS. If you log into Facebook and you just type that in there, you'll see it. It's right there at the top. You can always message us, say hi, how you doing? We'll respond. We do that. We're a community.
Yeah, your community radio, 89.5 WAHS Auburn Hills. Here's Kirsten's pitch, and it'll be called a strike. That'll make it the second one. Its count is 2-2 with 0 outs. Top of the 5th. The batter is number 21, Jen Norgrove. Here's the pitch. She hits the ball. It goes high. And looks like it'll be caught by Toya Golden.
Caught just inside. They don't want to quite risk that going into foul territory and having even a worse problem.
Oh, looks like it wasn't caught. Looks like it was dropped, and they will have a pinch runner for Jenna. And it'll be number 13, Tori Hawkins. Here's the next batter, number 27, Katie Troy. There's the pitch. It'll be a strike. We have runners on first for the Falcons.
Solid, perfectly centered throw. Batter probably hoping it wouldn't actually be such a perfect throw at first, but ooh, another strike. Almost going for a bunt here. Of course, unsuccessful, unfortunately. This puts us at 1 ball, 1 strike. Taking our time here. Number 27 leaning into it. The bunt successful this time. Running to first. And it is not caught on the side of Avondale. Not willing to risk running for second, though.
Well, looks like there'll be runners on first and third. And next batter will be number 4, Anna Cloudier. Again, I'm very sorry if I pronounce these names wrong, Mitch. I apologize.
I'm sure it's much better than saying, hey, you over there made
or
it to
just
second
number
base.
4.
Right. We're a little bit more than numbers, I think, Steven.
Yes. There's always a face to those numbers. It'll be another pinch runner. Number 25 will come in for number 27. Number 25 will be Grace Peterson for Katie Troy.
Falcons trying not to let Avondale get any momentum here by getting a runner on third already.
Well, Anna steps up into the batter's box. Mitch, I think your cry for help worked.
Like I'm back?
I think so. Oh, wait, nope. Just went away. I refreshed the page. I'm sorry.
They probably heard you and they're like, it came back. It's like, no, I changed my mind.
Yeah, bad decision. Bad decision.
An attempted bunt here coming out by number 4, Anna Cloutier.
Well, Kirsten Pepsack will make her way back to the mound. There's the wind again, our humble friend. She pitches. It'll be called a ball. First baseman will steal all the way till second. We have runners in second and third now.
Bringing the tension just that much higher than it already was. The pitch.
If you're listening in right now, ladies and gentlemen, we encourage you to visit our Facebook page, 89.5 Radio, if you just search that in on Facebook. Also, we encourage you to tell all your friends and family about 89.5. We are broadcasted throughout all of Oakland and Macomb County. We'd love to have more of you lovely listeners, so that way we can play your favorite music and help you just enjoy the day. Well, it looks like here we'll have one runner coming on for home, and we'll have one runner on third.
There was a throw that was super low, unable to connect, but then immediately after a ball hit way out to right field. Caught, of course, so first base had nothing happening, but the Falcons were able to land a run on home, bringing the score to 8-8, evening up, tying up.
Well, Mitch, I gotta say that, it's been a close game. The score is 8-8 right now.
It was so scary at first, but I think now that everybody's really warmed up and really getting their heads into the game, conveniently after the sun disappeared, of course. Swing and a miss, number 1.
Well, we're here at Avondale's varsity softball ballpark. I like to say ballpark. It's a softball field, but ballpark just makes it so much more luxurious. Makes it a little flash to it. Here's the pitch. And it is low, hits the plate. And be called a ball. Count is 2-2. 1 out, top of 5th. Here's the pitch. And it'll be a strike, and she'll be called out. That'll be the second out of the inning for the Falcons. Next up is number 6, Kyra Shaw. Here's the next pitch. And it'll be called a ball. Mitch, we have 1 runner on third, and that will be it, which could give the Falcons a lead if they get this RBI. What do you think about that, Mitch?
I think it's a little scary for Avondale, but it's in a position that they were in. The ball being hit out, of course, to far left field. Caught. Not being able to be thrown in time. But, I mean, it's over. This is the 3rd out, so
yeah,
doesn't matter.
Well, Mitch, instead of going to a PSA, I think we should give some information about our high school radio station here. We are the biggest high school radio station in the state.
Right.
And also, ways you can contact us for song requests or anything like that. You can visit 89.5 Radio at Facebook if you search that in the search bar. Or we are on Twitter at WAHS_radio, all caps. And Facebook, I just said that, didn't I? Well, if you can also email us at WAHS@avondaleschools.org. That's AVONDALESCHOOLS.org. And, just give us your song requests or anything like that. We'd love to have you. Give us your feedback, and just, we are a community station for a reason, Mitch.
Yeah, we actually do read those. Not necessarily just for you guys. We actually, we want that information, right? We want to play what you want to hear. So it's not just like you can send us your song request, but we're not going to listen. No, we care. And chances are it's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mitch, would it also be a good idea? There's also many things you can do. You could sponsor games for we actually have a website now, don't we? We have, what is the website, Mitch?
Pretty sure it is wahs.wordpress.com. I think so.
Yes, we will double check that for you.
Of course, if you go to the Facebook, you can always verify. We've got all the links to wherever your heart could possibly desire to go. And the beautiful search function of Facebook is, even if you kind of spell something wrong or don't get the address perfectly, they'll figure it out for you. No problem.
Well, yeah. Well, you can also here sponsor a show or be a, you can just sponsor you can sponsor shows, you can sponsor games, you can do a lot of those things here. Just visit the website and we'll tell you. Well, here we are back at the game. Number 7, Tori Wendt, takes the mound against number 25, Brooke Sawyers. Here's the first pitch. And it'll be a strike. She'll eat that one, but, it'll tell her what the pitcher is capable of, and, nothing like a good warning.
A little too close, not quite able to hit that without getting your hands in the way. More ready this time.
There's the hit. It goes to the second baseman, and she'll be called out at first. That'll be the first one for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
Some high fives coming in here to the pitcher's mound.
Mitch, I think I'm going to make a special name here. For the basketball team, it was Kings of the Court. I think this one's going to be Fighters of the Field.
Fighters of the Field.
Yeah, the softball field.
Pretty.
I know. There's a strike, but the catcher will drop the ball. Toya Golden batting here.
Toya getting some support from the crowd. Hopefully she can channel that energy into the bat and out into the field. Get some people on the bases here.
There's the strike the Falcons were looking for. That'll bring the count to 0-1, 1 out. Bottom of 5th inning, the score is 8-8. Here's Tori's pitch. Toya will hit the ball, and she will be thrown out at first. Next up batting is number 23, Kirsten Pepsack. our pitcher for today's game.
Gotten two very, very solid hits here so far in the game, bringing in some solid runs. Now there's nobody on the bases. There's no time like the present to get that started. Hopefully Kristen can do that for us here. Pitch.
Well, that looks like the same pitch that was called a strike just a second ago. But today, I mean, now it was called a ball.
It's close, inches.
You know, I guess I also got to say it's kind of hard to see the ball just where it goes after it's going so fast. There's the strike. See, it looked like the same pitch to me, but
Like off to like an angle here.
well, angles matter.
Kristen, hopefully not ready to let this one go.
There she hits it right to the pitcher. It'll hit her leg, and then she'll throw to first, and it'll be the third out, making it top of 6. We will be back after these PSAs.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football. It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds
strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
A message from the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association and the MHSAA.
We are back here at Avondale High School, the girls varsity softball field. I'm Steven Sawyers.
And I'm Mitch Payne.
And let me give you the rundown, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3. Oh no, they didn't change the scoreboard. It's a fresh new inning. It is the top of the 6th. For some reason, there's still 3 outs on the board. But well, Mitch, you want to give a little talking about the girls here?
I feel a little disadvantaged if I was starting out with 3 outs, but I think we're all right here. Avondale, of course, just previously experiencing 3 solid hits, of course, all of which were caught and then ended up at first base before they did. So that was 3 outs in quick succession. Not too much action on the bases here. Hopefully Avondale can play the defense role. Keep the innings looking a little bit like what they experienced, hopefully. Everyone doing their job.
Well, yes. Let's look like it's a tie game here. 8-8 so far. Well, we still have 2 innings to go, and I'm anxious to see what will happen. Kirsten Pepsack warming up again. Ump calls batter up, which would be number 22, Harper Monica.
Players today have obviously shown us this game is capable of going either way. Nothing is set in stone here.
Don't lose hope, ladies and gentlemen. There's always still time left in the game. Unless, of course, it's over.
There's always time unless it's over.
Yes. All right, here's Kirsten's pitch. It'll be fouled off by Harper Monica. That'll make it 1 strike and 0 balls.
Monica getting ready.
Who?
Harper Monica.
Ah,
the person at bat.
I'm sorry, the wind was blowing. I couldn't hear you said. I was like,
I'm like, oh no, don't tell me I got a name wrong already. No, I got it.
no, Mitch, that's me. I'm the one butchering these names. All right, here's the next pitch. And it's hit, and it goes foul, and almost hits 2 more people. These are some mortars again.
The joy just cannot be contained within the field. We have to spread
Yes,
the joy.
It's just going from all directions. Here's the hit, goes past the pitcher, goes past the shortstop, and she'll be safe at first. It didn't look like there was much, I don't want to say effort, but looks like I don't think she saw the ball when it went right past her.
Yeah.
Well, then again, there is the sun out here, so I don't want to talk bad about any Avondale players. I'm pretty sure there's a logical explanation for that.
Definitely in the eyes of the pitcher at the moment.
Well, here's the steal to second, and she is running into the the catcher, and she will be called out. And it looks like there's going to be an injury out on the field, and we will be back after these messages.
Watch live student-produced video of high school action in a variety of athletic and non-athletic activities from around the state on the MHSAA.TV website. The school broadcast program is a great way to highlight school activities, give students video production experience, and raise new funds for school programs. Get your school involved. Visit MHSAA.tv for more information. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
It's a brand new season of high school sports on MHSAA.tv. Watch live games every week during the regular season produced by MHSAA members participating in the school broadcast program. You can watch archived games from previous years, and MHSAA.tv is your home for a wide variety of postseason tournament action. Check it out at MHSAA.tv, a message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
We are back here at Avondale High School. I am Steven Sawyers.
I'm Mitch Payne.
And we are live at Avondale High School varsity softball field. And Amanda Seglars looks like she's going to be okay. She is helped walked off the field by our amazing trainer, Landon Lalonde.
Even with an injury and a little bit of a limp, it's always good to see a smile on the face of the injured, able to make their way off.
Well, Gary Hill, our assistant coach, will make sure she's all right. And it looks like there's a couple changes to the roster out here. A couple girls going in and a couple more girls coming back out.
Of course, health of the player is always important. You can see plenty of masks out here where they belong. Always good to see protective equipment.
Oh, yes, to make sure safety is key.
Right.
Well, here comes out of the dugout number 19 for Avondale, Brooke Blanchette.
Temperature is slowly dropping out here, but I don't think it's enough to phase the players on either side. The stone cold stairs coming down as per usual.
Well, I gotta give a special shout out to the ladies in the outfield who are doing a phenomenal job. Number 8, Emily Bowery, and also number 22, Toya Golden, and number 24, Alexis Kristoff. They are doing a great job getting those balls from the outfield. Like, a lot of pop flies have come up and they've, caught them, so that's a lot more than I could have ever done.
Right.
I played outfield, Mitch. I did not do too hot.
I played outfield too, and I remember sitting. I was that guy. I was that one kid.
Mitch, what'd you play? Right bench or left out? That was me. There's the pitch, and that's the strike. Kristen Pepsack doing a phenomenal job here.
I did try pitching once, and it's hard. So absolute power to this. I do not envy this position.
Kudos to the pitchers and actually all the ladies here tonight. It was just Avondale's done just a fantastic job. So have the Falcons, and a lot of great hits, a lot of great stops, and it's been a very interesting game. Ooh. Oh, just like that, an amazing catch from Brooke Blanchette, a line drive, and she catches it. Like I said, Avondale's doing a great job. It was also a great hit by the Falcons.
I was just thinking a moment beforehand how all eyes are kind of on the pitcher in this little back and forth that the pitcher and the batter have. But at a moment's notice, she was ready to catch the ball. Had no time to get phased out. When it was anywhere near here, she's like, oh, I'm just going to grab that. No problem. And that's an out.
Well, here's Kirsten's pitch. The ball is released. And we called a ball. Make the count 1-0. 2 outs. Top of 6.
Score, of course, still tied.
That'll be the second ball. Avondale looking for that third out so they can bat. Bases are empty. All right, here's the pitch. It is a high hit ball. It is caught by Toya Golden. Almost slipped out of her glove, but she managed to keep a hold of it. And that will be the end of the top of 6. Now we will go to the bottom, and we will be back after these messages.
This Week in High School Sports features achievements by student athletes and teams from around the state each week, gives you a taste of the art of officiating with its Be the Referee segment, and helps get your perspective right about high school sports with a closing commentary. This Week in High School Sports can be heard on over 80 radio stations and web audio outlets across the state, and as a podcast on the homepage of the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at the girls varsity softball field. I am Steven Sawyers.
I'm Mitchell Payne.
And I'd like to also say a special thanks to Gary Hill, who's doing a fantastic job out here tonight. Also, kudos to the boys baseball team showing up to support their local team here for the girls softball. It's always nice to see when the opposing teams for the same school will support each other. You know, it's great. It shows like how of a close community we are. And, you know, everyone likes everyone.
It's always a good thing. And how would you know, of course, without the radio program here? The radio
Exactly.
program been a blast, and I'm glad that we can kind of be, I don't know, not necessarily the glue that holds it together, like I'd still think it would be there, but I feel like we're just like the nice display case. We're like, hey, guys, this stuff exists, and it's pretty great.
Yeah,
come look
and
at
I
it.
think that's a great way to look at a display case. Like you know, the community out here is the trophy. We're just the one that are out here making sure it looks all nice and polished up and clean. And yeah.
I was hoping to make sure we can do it justice.
There's the hit, and it'll be fouled off, making it 1 strike for Alexis Kristoff.
Ball going straight into the ground. So we can redirect that energy a little bit more upwards.
Mitch, I want to give a special shout out to that one loyal YouTube listener here. Well, I hope we have a lot more listeners on Analog. I have a couple people texting me, telling me now that they're listening to the radio and think that you are doing a fantastic job, Mitch. They said me too, but, you know, I don't think that's what they mean.
I mean,
Mitch is doing a great job. Me, not so much.
They wanted to mention me. They just didn't want to leave you out.
Yeah, you know, it was that little bit of pity. Like, Steven, you're doing great. Like, I'm like, okay, thank you.
Well, it's going to be an out on Kristoff. Not quite able to get to first base in time.
Well, here's our left-handed batter, Brooke Blanchette, number 19, the player who just made that amazing catch.
Only after the first out here. Got plenty
We'll do
of
an
time.
injury report. Looks like Amanda Seglars is doing just mighty fine over here. She's walking off the injury. Here's the pitch in the bunt. Brooke Blanchette will not make it to first, and she'll be called out. That'll make it 2 outs so far. Bottom of 6th. The score is 8-8. Next up batting is Jordan Lockhart.
Most successful bunt I've seen so far. Only just barely managed to ride the first baseline, but the bunts being thrown at here seem to be directed straight at third base, so they're not giving Avondale quite enough time to be able to get to first base in time.
It'll be a swing and a miss for Jordan Lockhart.
Even though a strike is universally considered a bad thing, I must admit it's really satisfying to say swing and a miss. There's a certain role to it.
Well, you know, at least you're not heckling the batter. Hey, better, hey, better, swing, better. What is that, from Ferris Bueller?
Ferris Bueller, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, that
Cameron.
sounded familiar, yeah.
Oh, Cameron.
I just saw the new commercial for the, I forgot what company it was. I don't think I'm allowed to say on the radio, but we're not endorsing anybody here, but here's my loyal listener. She says, I am doing a very great job. Thank you, Ayla. Well, looks like Jordan will come back up for her next pitch. Victoria will throw the ball. And it is hit and caught. That'll be the 3rd out. And it will transfer to the 7th inning. And we will be back after these messages.
Hi, fans. I'm Chris Sherrod. And I'm Sean Bednard from Davison Television Channel 191.
And you are listening to High School Sports on the Student Broadcast Foundation Internet Radio Sports Network.
The Student Broadcast Foundation was founded to help students establish the education, training, and tools necessary to build their communication leadership skills in sports information and broadcasting, as well as learning to operate the equipment necessary to move them to the next level of broadcasting. To learn more about the Student Broadcast Foundation, visit them on the web at www.studentbroadcastfoundation.org.
Hey fans, this is Brad Galley from Channel 7 saying you are listening to High School Sports on the Student Broadcast Foundation Internet Radio Network.
Be a part of the conversation about high school sports. Grab your cell phone and follow the MHSAA on Twitter at MHSAA. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram for tournament in-game updates, event announcements, and high school sports news around the state year-round. You can connect with the MHSAA today. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Hello, hello, you lovely, fantastic, super amazing listeners here, your loyal subjects of mine.
Of yours.
Okay. Mine and Mitch's, I'm kidding.
Wait.
I don't own you people, it's just...
Okay, the first liner I did this year, I was like, all right, I'm going to address the peoples in a fun way. So I was always like, hello, you lovely listeners. I feel like you're trying to show me up saying, hello, you fine, lovely, handy, dandy listeners.
I didn't know you actually said that, but I am sorry.
I started it. It was me.
All right, Mitch.
Get out of my territory.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the top of the 7th inning. The score is 8-8. And it is going to be a very interesting game. See how this one plays out. See if we go into overtime.
It's been 8-8, I think, almost for, 2 innings here?
Wait, Mitch, I think I do remember. You say, hello, my lovely listeners. Yep, that was you.
Yep.
God, I just didn't know you broke out the copyright rules right there. I was like, I don't know where I hear from. I thought it was an original idea of mine, but, just get shot down. I was like,
copyright strikes here on educational radio coming from none other than the casters themselves.
Yes.
Of course, no action yet here on the field. Empty bases, start of an inning, no pressure.
Here is the third pitch.
Way too high. I think you kind of have to bring down the bat more like an axe.
Well,
hit it at that
Mitch,
point.
the ump is calling 1-1, but the sign says 2-1. Here's the hit. It goes to right under shortstop. Excuse me, second base. That was shortstop. Yep, I'm sorry. Just all confused here today.
Say, no, wait. I played baseball. I think that actually is shortstop.
Yep.
Fortunately, able to make a great catch earlier there, number 19, Brooke Blanchette, but unfortunately unable to grab it between the legs.
Here's Kirsten Pepsak's pitch. It'll be called a ball, and Jordan Lockhart will fire the ball right back to the pitcher, so the runner will go back on base.
Don't even want to give them the slightest inkling think that they can steal. Not on Avondale. Not happening. No thanks.
I like it, Mitch. I like the power.
Attempted bunt coming in here. Unsuccessful.
For those of you who don't know, Mitch is our tech support guy here at Avondale WHS 89.5 Radio. And without him, this also would not be possible.
Why is he for you in the background? See, when I come to the foreground, people are like, if they're like, yeah, you should do more stuff
from
live.
your caves.
Right, and then I come out, they're like, on second thought, maybe you should go back, stick to the technical stuff.
No, Mitch, I love it. From Graceful Swan to, what is it, what you're doing now, I think you're doing fantastic.
It stinks, man.
Ooh. Oh, looks like the ball went just down the baseline and came just out before Sarah, the first baseman, could get it. So it looks like it's going to be called a foul ball.
Number 88, meandering their way back to first base.
The count is 2-2 with 0 outs, top of 7. The score is 8-8, and Kirsten Pepsak will be pitching and get a strike. Mitch, I did it. I said it without a mistake. And there is the first out. Here comes number 27, Katie Troy, next at bat.
Katie hoping to get number 88 off of first base and starting to move around, break this tie. Avondale, of course, not hoping for that.
And Brooke Sawyer's third baseman will miss the ball. But it looks like I missed the call. I couldn't tell what he said.
I don't think they have eyes on that. Seems to staying there.
Looks like she'll be safe. There'll be a runner at first and third, number 4. Anna Clouder, sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong again. She'll be coming up to the batter's box. Avondale will make their priority home plate. First pitch will be called a ball. There'll be 1 out, 1 ball, and top of 7. Score is 8-8. We have runners on first and third. And Kristen Pepsak will throw the ball.
Ball occasionally being passed to third base just to prevent any shenanigans on trying to get home a little too soon. Avondale keeping it on the lockdown here.
The ball will be out fouled and almost caught by a spectator here.
It's a spectator sport, man.
It is.
They're always still involved, ready to catch the ball at a moment's notice.
Like football, is it the 12th man, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
we are the. We count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm kidding.
What's after 12?
Something like that. And there's the next foul ball going into the boys' JV baseball field.
Just trying to distribute the wealth a little bit. Like, don't leave it just to the outfield. We want to get ball everywhere around here.
Well, we've had one behind, directly behind, both sides, and very on. We just haven't seen over the fence. Well, looks like they'll be walked and bases will be loaded for the Falcons as number 1, Bailey Carlson, will come up. Only one out, though, for Avondale.
Not what Avondale wants to be seeing at the moment when it's such a close tie in the 7th inning, having fully loaded bases.
Kristen Pepsack will signal to her players that there's a play at any base, but home plate will still be the priority. Looks to be a ball. And looks like first was just about to steal, but then realized there is someone on every single base.
Amazing to watch on Clockwork. Every player moving out and then moving immediately back to their base.
Well, she'll swing, and it'll be fouled off. Be 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of 7, 8-8. Number 1 is batting Bailey Carlson. She's doing a phenomenal job. And it'll be another ball.
Every time the ball lands in a glove instead of against a bat, the Falcons freak out a little bit more with fully loaded bases. It's too much. Well, it hit a bat, but not quite like the Falcons were hoping, of course, landing in the net immediately behind instead of out to give the players an opportunity to get home.
There's the next ball.
The battle cry from the side of the Falcons, not quite enough to charge up a hit here. It's going to leave us with 3 balls and 2 strikes. What's it going to be here?
And the ball will be up high. And it was not caught by either Jordan Lockhart or Brooke Sawyers.
Little tension between the umpire and the audience here.
Yep.
No problems. This is game, after all. Pitch coming in.
Nope.
Up again.
Oh, and looks like it'll be a not caught again. 2 high balls.
This is getting ridiculous. Throw after throw, and these fouls just aren't letting this batter get anywhere. Everyone's trapped. Everyone's itching to get out. Falcons not like being tied down here.
And another foul hit.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is too much.
The count is full with 3 and 2. 1 out. 3-2-1. Yep. And it'll be top of 7 with the score 8-8. Bases loaded. Number 1, Bailey Carlson is batting. The ball is up. And it is caught.
Oh.
Allison Drebeck will run the ball in, make it 2 outs. If Avondale can get 1 more out here without any scoring, they will save themselves. Next up, number 6, Kyra Shaw is batting.
Giant amount of swings, finally ending slightly in Avondale's favor with an out. Of course, that does nothing to the fully loaded bases, which are still here and just as intimidating as ever.
There's the bat, and it is fouled.
Doesn't look like a catch.
No, it does not.
Everyone running back to their original base. I wouldn't be surprised if they call their new plates home at this point. I feel like they've been spending so much time there.
And it looks like she'll be called safe at first. Rochester will get the run they needed to take the lead, 9-8.
Close, maybe just a half a second too late for Avondale. Fortunately, losing that tie that they had fought so virtuously in order to get.
There's the next strike for Kirsten Pepsack.
Number 22, Harper Monica, acknowledging, knowing. Taking that, using it to hit. Bases moving. That's another run for the Falcons, and Monica making it successfully to first base.
That'll bring the score 10-8 Falcons.
Kind of slipping for Avondale. They got to keep the guard up. They can't just let them keep slipping one at a time like this. You know, Grand Slam is scary and all, but 4 runs is still 4 runs no matter what. Avondale's hoping not to have to get there. Meeting on the mound.
And Mitch, I think we should take a break for PSAs.
Start your sports day each day by visiting the second half page of the MHSAA website. Weekly reports on student athletes, coaches, and teams from around the state, regular features, and in-depth coverage of postseason tournaments make the second half your go-to source for high school sports information. Click on the second half link of the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
This just in.
I'm Steven Sawyers.
And I'm Mitchell Payne.
That's breaking news right there.
New news.
Well, we had 1 fouled off ball, which make a strike. And it looks like 1 ball, 2 outs, top of 7 scores, 10-8 here for the Falcons. Mitchell, aren't we live streaming this game on YouTube today?
That's true. If you go into YouTube and you hit those keys until words pop up, if you go to 89.5 WAHS radio, you'll see that live stream. It's always current, like 20 seconds delay. It's pretty close, pretty amazing. The ball, of course, being hit way out to the outfield.
It'll be 2 more runners for the Falcons. She'll be called out at second. And that will make the score 12-8 for the Falcons.
Like I was talking about before, that dreaded Grand Slam score of 4 runs coming out. Avondale, a little concerned. Not a lot of time to bring this back, but they did it before. I believe it was 5 runs in one.
And they did. Actually, they came up to 6 runs.
6 runs, yeah.
No, was it the full 7? I'm not sure.
It might have been. It was a lot of runs. It was a lot of running here. Almost starting to think it was a track event here with the amount of runs that they were accumulating.
Okay, Mitch, there you go.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Well, it is the bottom of 7. Avondale needs 5 more runs for the win. And there's the chant, Jackets. And here we go.
Jackets. I thought they said chickens.
What?
Chickens. Like, excuse me? Chickens. I'm like, no, I don't think any of these Avondale players here are chickens. I think they're all more than happy to step up to the plate, give this ball a run for its money, give it a good thwack, get it out into the field, get onto the bases.
Well, Emily Bowery will be coming in. Her first appearance of today's game, she'll be batting, number 8.
Emily having to talk with the coaches, making sure that all is set when it's time to bat. Of course, this being the big moment, no pressure.
Well, here she goes. Is she another left-handed batter? I think she is. Mitch, I am so proud. I love left-handed batters. Here we go. She's ready. Pitcher steps up to the mound. And here's the pitch. And she will go for the bunt, which will be called a strike.
You know, Steven, I get that you like the left-handed batters and things. Like, you know, right-handed is cool too. But personally, I'm the biggest fan for pancake batters. Really like those pancakes.
Oh my gosh,
ladies and gentlemen.
You and your corny jokes. I couldn't even laugh at that one.
No, not corn pancakes. Not.
Oh my gosh.
Got you second time. Don't worry, I'm not covering up anything. Only missed a ball or a strike here. 2 strikes. Almost.
It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes, 0 outs. Bottom of 7. Score is 12-8 Falcons. Emily Bowery batting.
Popping off the home plate, Avondale, of course, unable to really do anything with that spare moment, seeing as the bases are completely void and empty. Another hit, almost creeping up on us and our little desk here. Of course, protected by this beautiful metal gating. I appreciate you, metal gating. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all of our listeners for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this game. I know I have. I'm sure Steven has, if he wasn't looking off in another direction.
Emily Bowery will be called out at the batter's box. And coming now is our other announcer, David Rodriguez. He was running track, so he's a little late, but here he is. He's smiling as he's walking up here.
Because he knows that we're talking about him, right?
Yes. Allison Drabeck coming up to the batter's box. The first hit will be bounced off and called a strike.
A little bit of a slow start here for Avondale. Already starting out with an out here and another strike. Hopefully this does not keep up.
There's the second fouled off ball, making it 2 strikes now. 1 out, bottom of 7, 12-8 Falcons.
Slowly getting into the diamond, the ball being hit behind and then slightly off to the left. You can feel it coming.
Next pitch is a ball. Make it 1-2 and 1 out.
Thank goodness it's not 1, 2, 3. That would be 3 outs. That would be bad for Avondale.
Indeed it's so. And there's the bat. It'll be called in play. She'll make her way all the way till second, but she will be called safe.
Oh. That looked awfully, awfully, awfully close.
It did.
Safe for Avondale.
Sarah Dennis will make her way to the batter's box.
I think Avondale's hoping that they can call it safe on this game, kind of get the lead back. Of course, the score being 12-8 is a big mountain for Avondale to climb, but no doubts they can do it. They've already proved they can get several runs quite quickly before. It's a strike for number 38, Sarah Dennis.
Well, Sarah Dennis will make her way back to the batter's box. First pitch is a strike.
That was the second strike. Hopefully not a third here.
Oh, it was indeed. I wasn't paying attention.